Alright, now I'm going to be using regular car paint on the block. That may run into some issues because, as we all know, engines get hot. So what I did on the motor that's in the Nova now, on the paint blue painted parts, was I used high heat Duplicolor engine enamel primer, and then after I shot the blue that the color of the car is going to be, I shot the high temp clear on top of it. It's been holding on just fine for as many heat cycles as the car's gone through. I did it to the water pump when I changed it because I kind of wanted to see how it would react. And like I say, it reacted real well. I haven't had anything peel at all, any trouble at all. It's still shiny and nice. So we're definitely going to do the same thing with the block here. Of course, I'm going to use my grease and wax remover first and clean up the block a little bit, because I know that there's oil and grease on it, definitely. So you want to make sure you get all that off. I don't like using a paper towel for it, but being as how it's all I got, I'll just wipe it down and then I'll use my air to blow it all off, all the garbage off there. But it definitely seems to work well for cleaning up the block, that's for sure. And there is a lot of oil and stuff. Really good. I know I put it on, like I had primed apart and was getting ready to paint it right away. Did not let this stuff dry all the way, and I'll tell you what, it took everything off, primer and all. So this is definitely good stuff that they got over here, Duplicolor. It works well. Cleaning up the block. You know, there's oil and grease all over everything. So the tricky part of all of it is to not paint your pistons and all that other kind of stuff. Definitely doesn't make it fun. Sorry about the noise here real quick, but it's the quickest way to get this done. So you don't have to hear the air compressor for the next hour. Didn't use that much air out of it. But it can be quite noisy when you're working on stuff. So that's that. Nice thing about the oil pen that I got is it comes in a plastic bag that's pretty much shrink wrapped to the pan. So guess what we got to do to just lay it on there like so. That'll keep it to where the paint won't get on the bottom end. I'm going to just shoot it from this angle here, and then with the front I'm just going to use a piece of cardboard to block it off and get a couple coats of primer on here. So hang tight one. Once again, thank you Duplicolor for providing all the product. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Alright. got to be careful over front where the timing is. You don't want to get any paint or foreign material inside the engine. Hence why you want to make sure that you tape everything off, cover everything up real pretty. I have painted the front of a block before. It didn't really bother it. Never got any paint shavings or anything like that. But you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. Like I said, I'm going to shoot it from this angle, and that will keep me out of the head area. From getting on your work. It's always a good thing. Jag sent me these wonderful magazines, so we'll use that. Got a pin. This stuff is pretty good. A couple of coats of primer will cover it. It definitely makes it easy. Doing this backwards handed is going to be interesting, so we'll see how this goes. Quick coat on there, a real heavy one. Almost out, so we're going to end up in the other one. Would love to do like some of the shops do, where they go through and they die grind and clean the entire block and make it all pretty with no imperfections. But man, that's a lot of work. Definitely makes short work of it. We've got that coated down. Just hold it down while you do it. Paint running out, but I think it's good enough to finish. Just a couple of light coats. Pretty much all it takes. They keep it in and out of the area with oil. Dry by tomorrow. I'm not putting the final coat of paint on it until after. I've got the pan on and everything. I'll just tape it off for all that. I just wanted to make sure I got a quick coat of primer on it before I start buttoning up the bottom end. Like I say, I've got to put the oil pump in. I've got to put the pickup on. So I've got a bunch of work to do back here yet to finish this up. Like I said, I've got to grind the bottom of where the pan meets the block, get that chrome off there so we got a nice surface to adhere to. And that'll be it until tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and let this bad boy dry and bring you more tomorrow.